days ago, I left my office after a particularly difficult work shift. I went into the kitchen, stood at the counter, and stared at the coffee maker while it was doing its magic. I was feeling drained. It was one of those pervasive kinds of fatigue that's mental, emotional, and physical. Feels like an endless dark passageway. There's no telling what's waiting on the other end of one of those dreary corridors either. So, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted some movement. It was Dusty, my dog. He was trotting toward me with a big fluffy toy in his mouth, his tail wagging like helicopter circles. He looked at me, then he looked at the back door, and then he looked back at me, and his eyes were saying, "You need to go outside and play." Well, I didn't feel like playing. I felt like sipping coffee and staring at a wall. But Dusty nudged me again, practically putting the toy into my hand, and he was saying, "Time to play." So, for anyone who knows and loves dogs, you understand that this kind of persistence is completely impossible to resist. Eventually, you give in, overcome by the canine cunning. And that's exactly what I did. Grabbed my coffee, pulled on a sweatshirt, and out the door we went. It was a brisk, really sunny fall day. It's really beautiful outside. I sat down on the little ledge that's beneath our back window and sipped my coffee while Dusty ran around in circles with his toy, throwing it up and down and chasing it. Sometimes he brought it to me, but he always pulled it just out of reach when I went to grab it. Then he'd back up and look at me. It was almost like a dare. Come on and get it. So eventually I did, or at least I tried to. Pretty soon we had a good game going on. I'd reach for the toy, Dusty would run. Then he'd stop, turn, and wait for me to chase him. When I did, he let me get just close enough to think I had a chance, and then he'd turn around and run again. And somewhere in that really simple, really silly game, something shifted. The dark corridor that I'd been staring down earlier actually had light at the other end. I was still tired, no doubt, but my spirit had kind of returned. I was laughing. Dusty was too, or at least smiling anyway, as best he could with a mouthful of chew toy. But watching him, I realized he hadn't just wanted to play. He wanted me to remember something. Life doesn't always need to be solved or pushed through. Sometimes it just needs to be lived. Dusty didn't drag me outside to chase a toy. He brought me back to the present moment, to the cold air, to the sunlight, and to the sound of my own laughter echoing with his prancing paws through the yard. So people sometimes wonder how dogs seem to know what we need. I really think they just listen, not necessarily with their ears, but with something that we've forgotten how to use. So thanks for taking the time to check out this short video today. I appreciate it. And if you enjoy content like this and reflections and thoughts about society and culture and mind and meaning, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the videos, to the channel rather. And again, I really appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Thanks so much. Take care.
Baby